The Wise Old Owl and the Lazy Squirrel. Once upon a time, in a vast, peaceful forest, lived many animals. Some were fast, some were strong, and some were wise. Among them, there was a wise old owl named Ollie, who had lived in the forest for many years. Ollie was known for his wisdom and had helped many animals solve problems. He would often sit on a tall tree, deep in thought, observing the forest below. One day, a young squirrel named Sammy approached Ollie. Sammy was known for being lazy. Instead of gathering food for the coming winter, Sammy spent most of his days lying on a soft branch, watching the other animals work. He loved to play, and whenever someone suggested that he should gather nuts, he would say, "I have plenty of time. Winter is still far away." "Good morning, Ollie," Sammy called out as he reached the wise owl's tree. "You look very busy today. What are you doing?" Ollie looked down at the young squirrel. "Good morning, Sammy. I'm just thinking about how to prepare for the future. Winter is coming soon, and the forest will become cold and snowy. I'm gathering food so I can stay warm and well-fed during the winter months." Sammy laughed and shook his head. "Oh, Ollie, you worry too much. Winter is still so far away. I have plenty of time to enjoy the sunshine and the warm breeze. I'll gather food when the weather starts to change, but for now, I'll just relax." Ollie looked at Sammy with a wise and thoughtful gaze. "Sammy, my dear friend, you may think that you have plenty of time, but time flies quickly. The future arrives before you know it. If you wait too long, you may find yourself without food when you need it the most." Sammy rolled his eyes and waved his paw. "Oh, come on, Ollie. You're always so serious. Enjoy life a little. There's no need to worry." With that, Sammy scampered away, leaving Ollie to continue his work. As the days passed, the weather began to change. The warm sunshine grew weaker, and the cool breeze of autumn began to sweep through the forest. Many animals, including Ollie, were busy gathering food and preparing for winter. They worked hard, storing nuts, berries, and other food in safe places to ensure they would have enough to eat during the cold months. But Sammy, as usual, paid little attention. He spent his days playing and relaxing, enjoying the last bits of warm weather. "I'll start gathering food tomorrow," he told himself, but tomorrow always seemed to be far away. One day, the wind grew colder and the leaves on the trees turned red and gold. The animals knew that winter was not far off. Ollie was already well prepared, having gathered enough food to last through the winter. He had a warm nest to sleep in, and he felt safe and secure. But Sammy, the lazy squirrel, had done nothing. He had not gathered a single nut, and his stomach was starting to growl. He looked around and saw the other animals working hard, but he still felt too lazy to do anything. "I'll be fine," Sammy thought. "I'll just find some food tomorrow." The next day, the cold wind blew harder, and the ground was covered with frost. Sammy woke up feeling hungry. He searched the trees for any leftover nuts, but the branches were bare. The other animals had already gathered all the food, and Sammy realized that he was in trouble. Panicked, Sammy ran to Ollie's tree. "Ollie, help me!" he cried. "I don't have any food for the winter. I should have listened to you, but I didn't. Now I don't know what to do. Ollie looked down at Sammy, his wise eyes soft with understanding. Sammy, I warned you that time passes quickly, and now you see the consequences of your actions. But don't worry, I will help you. Ollie flew down from his tree and landed next to Sammy. You may have been lazy, but you are still my friend. I will share some of my food with you until you are able to gather enough for yourself. Sammy felt ashamed and grateful at the same time. Thank you, Ollie, he said, his voice filled with regret. I should have listened to you. I was too focused on having fun, and now I'm paying the price. Ollie smiled. It's never too late to learn from your mistakes, Sammy. You can still gather food, and I will help you. But remember, in the future, it's important to plan ahead. Life is not just about enjoying the present, it's also about preparing for the future. Sammy nodded, understanding the wise owl's words. I promise I will work harder from now on, Ollie. I'll gather food for the winter, and I won't waste time. Over the next few weeks, Ollie and Sammy worked together. Sammy learned how to gather food quickly and efficiently, and he was soon able to store enough nuts for the winter. Although he had been lazy at first, Sammy realized that hard work was important and that planning for the future was just as valuable as enjoying the present. When winter finally arrived, the forest was covered with a thick layer of snow. The cold winds howled through the trees, and the animals huddled in their warm homes. Sammy, with Ollie's help, had enough food to last through the winter, and he felt proud of his hard work. One evening, as Sammy sat in his cozy nest, he thought back to the days when he had been lazy. He realized that Ollie had been right all along. Life was about balance, enjoying the present, but also preparing for the future. Thank you, Ollie, Sammy whispered to the wind. I will never forget the lesson you taught me. And from that day forward, Sammy was no longer the lazy squirrel. He worked hard, planned ahead, and made sure that he was always prepared for whatever the future might bring. He had learned that hard work and wisdom were the keys to a happy and successful life. Moral of the story: it's important to enjoy life, but it's also important to plan ahead. Hard work and preparation are essential to ensure that you are ready for whatever challenges may come your way. Time is precious, and we should not waste it.